So, hi everyone, as you can see by the name, and by the suit behind me and in my hand right now, it's on the Prometheus updated version. If you want to go back, the suit, I think it's around 6, maybe 5 months old. You can go back in the videos, check that out. When I made the suit, when I made the Prometheus, it was just this simple base fabric here for the chest, as the same on the arms, you know, it was just very plain. Per the update, even if you don't want, if you want to go back and watch the video, thank you, but you'll see the complete difference in update. I've added the leather onto the chest, I've added the leather onto the arms, but before I get into any detailing, I will jump into the suit, just a wee close-up on what I'll be showing you. And here is the quiver. Yeah, I'm just about to jump into this right now. Here we are with the rest of the suit. So, everyone, this is me in the Prometheus suit. Yeah, you can see a big improvement if you have watched this video before. So the leather arms really do give a much more realistic feel to it. The pieces in the chest, even though they're not part of the actual design, you know, it's more Merlin or like League, sort of like League of Assassins or Merlin design. But right here, you can just see here in the chest, I'm sorry, I'm just hearing some shouting going downstairs, but we'll just ignore that. You can see the leather pieces. I got this in an art shop, I think for £3. It was actually a big piece, and I just got that, put it around the shoulders. They're not the same size. I just made sure they went down in a point. I have the arms, I think, are just perfect. Honestly, I got these from an old leather jacket, if the one I was wearing previously, just this video. So the one I actually have, something like this. If you ever just go into some discount stores or anything, it's a normal jacket. I think I got this for £10 in Primark. That's just a discount store here, and they have leather arms. So yeah, if you want to go ahead, buy those, maybe cut them off. It's completely entirely up to you. If you want to buy some leather separate and make it yourself. I have some leather gloves right here that aren't even the same either. I've been looking at a cheap pair, so I'm still on the lookout for some of those, some really nice cheap leather gloves to go along with the Robin and Batman sort of cosplays. Anything, good leather gloves come in handy for anything. We'll show the mask. This is one of my favorite parts. I have to go into it with some more chalk and stuff. I'll actually get the light here better on me. So you can just see some of the weathering. I have the chalk marks going in and around the mouth, which I'm going to go in a bit more roughly, make it a bit more ragged, go into it with a bit of sandpaper to rough up all the edges in and around the eyes. But yeah, that just goes on like it's a, if you haven't watched the video before, it's one of these. So I got a face mask, and I have the whole process video. This was actually my old Zoom mask, so if you want the whole process video on how I built the Zoom mask, is on my channel. But I got an old carnival mask, you can see here, that's £2.10 in my local art shop. Turned that into my Zoom mask and then built around that with some brown fabric, give me the nice nose shape. Built down, just straight down the mouth. I got the design going here in the mouthpiece. Put an elasticated strap at the back and it goes on the head. If you want to wear an under mask, again, like I said in the previous video of, what did I just put up, the Daredevil? So like the Daredevil, if you want to just make a black under mask, cut out the face, you'll have a nice neck piece. I found out Prometheus wears a scarf underneath his, so that's a bit better. Let's just see that. I changed the light spot here and the light sources. The quality of the camera, all in all, is 10 times better, but look at this Prometheus suit, guys. I love how it looks. I want to add the brown leather. I had it somewhere in and around here. Right here, so a swatch or just a piece of brown leather. You can see on the back here, £1.50. It's just a square of, you can see the pattern and detailing. I'm going to cut this up into tiny strips or pieces, or maybe a 2 pattern thing and put this down the chest, or put it across these pieces here. So that just gives a more realistic feel all in all. But if you want to go into your local art shop, they may have a fabric section. You can ask those. I get all my fabrics from the Paragon Fabrics. That's here in Ireland. Brilliant cheap wee fabric shop. They do quality, you know, fabrics. Obviously they do dear and expensive stuff, but they also do really good deals to people. They're really nice, and that's where I get my 4-way stretch lycra fabric. So everyone always asks me that. They do post abroad, so if you're maybe looking into some fabrics maybe in Europe or in the UK, If further than that, it may cost a bit much just for fabric, so look around and online for better deals. All in all, the quiver, so I'll actually go off the props first. That's all the fabrics done and maybe where you want to buy yours. What I used is a two-way stretch polyester fabric, so you can see it just stretches out the way like that, but it doesn't stretch up the way. That means it's two-way stretch because it goes this way and this way, left and right. So if you want to just use anything, maybe a rough, I used a nice two-way polyester fabric. It's pure black, nice and breathable, so when it does get kind of warm, or if you're at a con, if you're out shooting a fan film, it'll be nice and breezy. You can maybe just wear a tiny undershirt underneath this, you don't have to wear a lot. Then we have the shurikens that I've glued into place, but you can see I'll take out this one. I'm going to detail these up with some magnetic tape, maybe weather them up on the edges because you can see they're getting a bit raggedy here on the edges, but they're just Peltex, 2 pieces wrapped in the grey fabric using the hot glue gun. All the shurikens that he has go down here. Let me fix that. You know, they actually do look better once they do go in a sequence and when they're looking a bit better. But they go like that, and then the third one would go in like that. They just go into their pouches and they just go down in formation, you know, in a straight line. So if you want to do any poses, you can maybe just take this one out, do some photo shoots with it. But the other two are glued to the shirt to make it just look better. The straps and the actual buckles for this took me a full night just to cut all these circles out. And I don't really like the result in which they came out, but I'm just going to add some brown leather to those because I spent too much time on them. I do like them, it's just I wish I maybe could change the shape of them or change the direction that they're pointing in, maybe point them down the other way instead of, you know, pointing down here. So yeah, that's minor changes, guys. If you want to do your Prometheus, if you're doing a League of Assassins, if you're doing a Merlin or any CW, you know, assassin suit, go for that. I would really suggest adding leather to it. You can just hear, if you can just hear that. You know, the leather really, I think it sells the whole selling point of the suit. I love how it fits. Props are the shurikens, the gloves, obviously if you're going to go the extra mile, try and get some maybe just cheap woolly gloves, some black ones if you want to go for that. You don't have to get leather. The hood also, you can watch my how to make an Assassin's Creed process video. Those go way back. I'm going to be doing a new process video on those. But yeah, I do a section on hoods, also how to make a Jason Todd, a red hood jacket. There's a section on the hood in those videos. All process videos, I show how I did it. So you can make it as big or small as you want for a Green Arrow, Assassin's Creed, Red Hood, obviously Prometheus, Nightwing, Robin, if you want to go those avenues. But we'll take off the sword. This is another prop. The sword is optional. Maybe you want to go with a toy sword if you want to go with something a bit cheaper. This is an actual prop for Batman Prodigal Sons, so I wouldn't suggest maybe doing this, okay? But this goes in here. Please don't play about with real swords or anything like that. Please be very careful. That's what I'm trying to do right now. This is a prop for Damian Wayne Robin, for a obviously Prometheus, any kind of assassin that we're doing. I always add this one. Then we have the quiver. So Prometheus has a 4-way quiver going around his chest, 2 straps coming around here, and 2 going around his shoulders. They connect right here with the buckle. So that's it. I have the quiver reaching up to my shoulders, so if I did have any arrows in this, when I lean round and when I stick my hand up, I could reach them at any point. You know, if you're ever making a quiver, you'll always want to have that reach. When you reach round, you'll have enough room to actually grab them. Maybe you do it too high, maybe you do it too low. I've done it many a time, it happens a lot. But when we take this off, that just comes off like that. And yeah, that's the quiver. Buckles around the front with a simple buckle. The story of how I got the sewing lines and actually did this whole detailing into the quiver itself and the straps, I run out of glue. So glue sticks I couldn't get for at least 2 days, maybe 3 days. I improvised, started using the sewing machine and wrapped the pieces of Peltex with the fabric around it, and actually have just sewn the fabric to the actual pieces. You can see I tried to replicate some of, you know, the stitching patterns. I really want to do it. The quiver itself is just 1 piece of Peltex wrapped around. You can see it starts here, wraps all the way around. This is one piece and ends right here. Then I just made a back, or built one other piece going down the actual same height as the quiver. Glued them together. It's a nice dull brown, so you can maybe dirty and weather this up so it doesn't look too flashy, but it looks like it fits the part of very dull, very used, worn, maybe military if you want to go that far. We have a piece of material that I couldn't find a black scarf on. I can't find my black neck piece. What you can use is a black piece of material or a small piece, anything that you want. If you want to go for a more Deathstroke approach and get the army, you know, neckerchiefs that they have, go for it. But I just used a black piece of material or fabric. Also in the middle I have a brown zip. So the brown zipper, you can just see here in the middle, I didn't go for a black zipper. I thought brown would have fit, maybe black, brown, didn't want to have too much black going on. And now I think about it, sort of wish I had went with black. I can still cover it up. But this is actually going to another cosplayer, which I'll give a shout out to at the end. But the Will Cosplay, NorCal Spidey. And my hair was sitting up there because of the mask. Then that just comes off like that. And we have the Prometheus jacket. So it actually has 2 layers underneath the arms. As I say, if you go back and watch the first video that I did for the Prometheus, you can see they're very skinny, thin, just 2-way polyester. The same kind of fabric that I use for the chest. It's the same fabric that I had for the arms. I didn't take those off. I just actually have got the leather arms and attached those around here where the other arm or the other seam line used to be. Then I've covered it up with some, you can just say strapping. So it's just really rough, plain black strapping that I've covered up the seam lines in. Gives a nice coverage, a nice build all in all. Can't see anything. It's actually really nice into the armpit because I haven't glued fully into the armpit. It has nice mobility and movement into it. If you want to go that route, remember, if you're going to be wearing it to a con or outside, if you live in a warm or humid country, you'll want to build these for comfort. You'll actually want to build them for you going to the bathroom. You want to build them maybe so you get ventilation, movement, all that kind of stuff. And that's basically it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be your own design, but at least it has to be able to work. You know, you feel proud at the end of the day when you've built something that you can actually look at and go, whoa, I can wear that, it's functioning, I can not get too warm in it, I can go to the bathroom. That's why I'm waiting to build a new Spider-Man suit, so wait for those process videos. I think in around 2 weeks I have a new Spider-Man process video coming. All better quality, much more clearer instructions, and I think a couple of templates are coming for you guys, but that's for the people who stuck around, you know first. All in all, this is the Prometheus suit. You can go optional with a utility belt. So I have my Robin utility belt, black buckles, torches and stuff. Really heavy grade front belt buckles if you want to go with that. Then you can have the option of black boots. So you can have the option of building your own boots. I've made my own Kid Flash process videos. I've made the Spider-Man boot process videos. You can go and watch those. They show how I made these. All I did was change the color to black. I've put some armor around this and I'll be showing these in a new video. Then you can also go for the option of gauntlets if you want to wear gauntlets with your Prometheus. Up to you, completely optional. These ones are for the Robin, Green Arrow and the Batman Imposter. So if you see this right here, this is if Joker made his own Batman costume, if he was running amok around Gotham trying to, you know, if he was trying to besmirch Batman's reputation, don't worry, all the cuts are good. So we have the gauntlet, and if you want to go completely optional, that's up to you. How thick you want to go, how bulky you want to go with your Prometheus. He is a brilliant character, but here I'll just get back into the suit. And thank you so much for watching, guys, so far. Getting kind of warm in here, so I'll pop a window open. Love y'all. Here I am in the suit. So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, but I'm going to be just telling you a tiny bit more on the Prometheus. Look at the profile this gives. Oh, I love it. It just gives a really nice profile. If you want to put up the hood, it's completely optional. You know, I just love how it looks. Looks really cool. I think that's a good thumbnail. So maybe that is a good thumbnail, or that's a good thumbnail, completely up to you, but you'll see when the video is out. Whoa, that could be a really cool thumbnail. And you can just see it gets really warm under there. Just so you guys know, I'm not like saying that every single time I take off a mask. Whoa, that is pretty warm, these lights in here. I can't open the window because my neighbours would hear me talk all this madness. Yeah guys, this is the suit. The leather really brings it out all in all. It's really functional on. The next step is to weather all the shurikens, weather the suit with some sandpaper, add on maybe some paint, or I don't know, but you can use some acrylic fabric or some fabric paint. Get that at your local art shop, or you can just use some acrylics, completely up to you. Spray paint obviously, shoe polish if you want to go that route and darken up some really detailed areas, all good. A lot of different tips, a lot of other YouTubers and cosplayers out there guys, so I'm just one of them. But for me, everyone here at Ireland, I've just been trying to show you. Also again, you can use chalk or some markers to really weather up in and around your pieces. Like here you can just see the really dark deep pieces. I've burnt and went in with chalk on those. Going to be weathering those up, and this suit is actually going to D.I.Y Cosplay or NorCal Spidey. He is an amazing, if you want to check out his Instagram, link will be in the description below for the D.I.Y Cosplay page, and NorCal Spidey is his YouTube name. He's a really cool cosplayer. He just built his new Kid Flash Ezra Miller suit, so if you want to go on Instagram, check that out. So yeah, phone died. And you can see the light over this way that was giving a nice whole ambiance has just fell, dropped a load of shit on the floor. Thanks, I'm so glad the video's over. I'm so warm in this guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want any more tips, please comment down below and I'll try and get to them as best as possible. This has been me in my Prometheus cosplay from the CWRO show, and it's just a badass show. I can't wait until it's back. I think it's this or next week with The Flash, with Supergirl, with Legends of Tomorrow, any other CW show that you watch, Supernatural. So yeah, guys, love you all. Always at your geek speak. For me, everyone here at Ireland, I've been John Hay, trying to be Prometheus in my Prometheus costume. And again, this is going to D.I.Y Cosplay or NorCal Spidey here on YouTube. Link is in the description below. You're all amazing. Keep cosplaying. And let me try and hunt down Oliver Queen. Because, you know, if you haven't watched season 5, just watch it. Badass character right here. Bye, guys.